Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video we're looking at a progression to the lineup routine that involves a bit more focus on positional play, break building and potting, and it's called the T lineup. Funnily enough, it gets its name because the reds are shaped as a T around the pink and black. This particular version, I've got 2 reds below the black, 5 reds in between the pink and black, and 4 reds either side of the pink. First bit of progression to this routine, especially if you're more advanced snooker player, is you can put these 2 reds with the black either side of the pink to have 5, 5 and 5. Just those reds are slightly trickier. I prefer to have the reds below the black spot because I know that in a game of snooker I'm going to have pots around the black and they can be a bit trickier. So if I'm doing a routine that has them, we get confidence that I can pot them when I transfer it into a match. Now I like to do this routine slightly around the pink spot. You can start on the black spot, that's absolutely your choice. This is a routine that I think I've seen almost every single professional player that I've seen practice have a go at some point in their practices. They tend to do this as a warm-up. Instead of doing the lineup, they tend to do the T lineup, but that's just obviously their preference because it's probably easier for them. But for everyday players like me, like you guys watching, set yourself targets. It might be to pot 5 reds and colours, it might be to pot 10, it might be to pot 15 reds and colours. When I was playing at my best, practicing regularly, I would look to clear the table. Nowadays, I'm looking at 7 or 8 reds, okay, if I get time to practice, okay. And then if you manage to get the 5 reds, make it 7 reds, make it 10 reds. Make the little advancements. Don't go from 5 to 10 straight away. Because I feel like you're setting yourself up to fail. Obviously, I talked about the progression with having the reds either side of the extra red, either side of the ones by the pink. Another advancement that I've seen is these reds, I've set them up to go into the middle bag, so I can come around here and still have pots in the middle. I've seen professionals where they don't allow them to pot into the middle. So they've got to make sure that they're always this top side. So obviously it makes it a lot more challenging. Another advancement, another progression. Obviously I like routines that have got progressions. Is I've seen professionals where they decide they're going to only pot a specific colour, so it might be every ball's got to be played, got to be potted with pinks. It might be that every ball's got to be potted with blacks. Obviously, that's making sure that their positional play is on point. And again, it's just another advancement. One thing about this routine is you might have to play with the rest a lot. Which again, I like to find routines that you play with the rest. Tried everything to do. Walk into the shop. Feather a few times, pull back, push through. Make sure there's that pause though. You want to make sure they've got that pause. I find this one of the best routines to help with break building. Was a bit straight on it. Tried a bit of an ambitious pot. Now I don't mind, as I said I think in a previous video, when I was playing a lot, I didn't want to hit any reds in routines. And then making that realization that in a frame of snooker, you're going to be cannoning into reds. So it makes sense to play them as well in practice. Great. Nice recovery pot. Just taking that time. Again, not the greatest of pots. But we keep going, not missed yet. Obviously, like I said, I normally aim for around 7 or 8 red mark. Nowadays. So what I'm looking at here is do these reds pot. I come this side of it. Now I could have played for the black there. Obviously, we're looking at where these 2 reds are. Probably easy to get on from the pink. It's that sort of thinking as well that people forget about. They're just looking at trying to pot all the reds. I deliberately left myself high on the black so I can pot through. Didn't want to flick the pink, but we are on a red still. We've got to do the bounce. Tricky pink now. Don't need to do it with the white. Bit thin. And then it rolled back onto it anyway. So, managed to get 14 reds there. Hopefully you guys can do better. If you do, leave a comment. I find this routine a really useful routine and really beneficial to potting and break building. You can make mistakes on this routine. You can recover. Again, something we have to do in matches. So we might get used to it in practice. Okay. Thank you for watching. Take care. Goodbye.